Hello guys, so welcome to KO tutorials. So let's continue with the next part of this tutorial. So let's get started. So as you can see over here, we have started with the lighting of this particular stylish interior over here. So we'll be doing some lighting stuff over here. So what I'll be doing over here is like, before that, if you want, I'll just create a small kind of a window stuff. So I'll just drag it and I'll slightly shuffle this up, push it in this way, select this and this. I'll give a bit of inset over here. So select the vertices and drag it down. I'll just push this up. Select the polygons. Let's go into the material editor. Go into Vray material and let's give full refraction for the glass. I'll inverse it and I'll give some color to it, although this is not going to be visible. Alright, so let's move to our second camera. I'll just save the file once and let's render it once and see how it's going to look like. Alright. So let's go over here. Select this and I can slightly just push it a bit down, and the multiplier what we have set over here, I can make it to 0.06 if required over here. Now again let's go back to the camera view, and instead of giving this yellowish color, I'll just slightly change the color of this walls over here if needed. I can just make it to some other color, so I can just make it to some more of a bluish or something. Now let's render it, and now this looks a bit better. So the color which was there, it was more of a reflective color. Again I'll go over here, I'll select this and I'll slightly increase its multiplier. So you can slightly increase the multiplier of this light. Also I'll go over here, let's go into the material and I can add an HDRI. So I'll go over here I'll add an HDRI over here. So let's add an HDRI map. So I'll go into this and I'll add an HDRI map. This looks better. I'll make it as spherical and let's render it once again. Go into rendering. I'll go into the environment and I can add an HDRI map over here as required. Now again I'll go into the render setup. Let's go into this, and for GI I can even add a GI environment, and color mapping I'll keep it as exponential. That can be done. Now looks a bit better. We can slightly increase the intensity of sun over here, so we can just keep it to 0.2 if required, and let's render it once again. Make sure it is not totally burning over here. Let's go into this and let's add one more light. I'll add one more light over here, right from this direction, to support this. And before that I'll select this. Again I'll go into this and I'll add this over here. So select this light and we can make some changes over here. So I'll slightly reduce this, scale it, and I'll just push this up. Let's go back to camera view and let's render and see how it's going to look like. So now if you see this area is getting a bit more highlighted. I can just reduce that. I'll scale a bit, slightly, push it over here and make sure I'm offing the cast shadow for this and render it once again. So I think the intensity of this light has to be increased a bit. That's too high. Has to be increased. So I'll just make it as 4 over here. And let's render it once again. Okay. It's giving you the tint of the environment as well, and also with the lights. Let's go over here. I'll just take a atmospheric apparatus and I'll just place it in this way. So I'll just put it in this way. Add Vray environmental fog. Let's go into the setup over here, and first I'll remove this. I'll increase its fog height. I'll add a gizmo and I'll add this light into it. So now let's go over here and give the color over here. Now if you try to render it, it's going to show you in this way. So let's increase its height over here. Now let's render it once again. Now you can see a bit of fog over here. That's your environmental fog. So I can just go into this. I'll change some the max steps over here. Cutoff, I'll change it. And now let's again render it. Now again I'll go over here and slightly increase its fog height slightly. So guys, if any doubts, please put it in the comment section. I'll slightly increase this height, light intensity as well. Oops, we'll reduce it to 1. Alright, this looks better. So please like and subscribe my YouTube channel if you're not subscribed yet. So we'll continue the rest of the part in the coming tutorial. So thanks for watching this tutorial.